Hi, Bill Jenkins, Nevada Realty Connection. I'm back again with my favorite lender, John and George Bennett from Guild Mortgage. And in this episode, we're going to talk about something that's been very, very popular lately here in Las Vegas and elsewhere in the rest of the country, investor loans. You won't want to miss this. So, DJ, tell me about these investor loans. I mean, I remember back in the day when we had the housing crisis, they had the ninja loans. You remember those? It was no job, no income, no credit, no problem?
Pretty much.
Is it like that, or is it different?
It's different. We do have a really neat product that has come out. This is not a Fannie or a Freddie product, okay? This is something that we have to like broker to a bank and they will hold that money. And it's kind of a hybrid because right now, if you're self-employed, it is extremely painful to be able to get through underwriting because with the COVID shutdown, then there's all sorts of guidelines that came into play for Fannie and Freddie. And especially if you were self-employed and buying an investor home, then it became excruciatingly like, okay, we're just gonna be in lots of pain. So this is kind of a hybrid. It is a no income, no employment loan because they're an investor. So they have to have REO, real estate owned. They have to have owned at least one property that they're renting out for at least 6 months, and then they can qualify for this loan. They don't put their income or their employment down. I'm doing one right now for a CPA. Do you think a CPA knows how to do his taxes, his personal taxes, so that way he minimizes the tax penalty?
Well, I would hope so, otherwise they'd be audited, and their clients would be audited.
Right. The problem with that, though, is that if he's not telling the IRS it's income, he can't tell us it's income.
Right.
He really does make good money. He's got a lot of assets, but he doesn't debt ratio for them, on a regular loan. So with this loan, you have to have a specific FICO score, and then the down payment. So he's putting 20% down. He's got a really good FICO score. We can go down to, I think, a 680 on this.
Wow, that's decent.
It really is. And so he's putting the 20% down. Then he can pay either 4 1/4 with 2 points, or he can pay 5 1/4 with no points.
That's great. My first loan when I bought a house in 1980 was 12%. So that's nothing.
Agreed. And obviously being a CPA with his portfolio of REO, he definitely understands ROI, which is the return on investment.
Sure.
So it's a great loan. We pull the credit, we check the score, they have to have assets, so that way we know they can make those payments. And then putting it no less than 20% down, and then they can go into them for those rates.
Wow. That sounds fantastic.
It is.
So that opens up a lot of avenues for people out there that do have assets that fit this criteria.
Right, and they're buying the investment. And honestly, that pricing is better than what I can offer today on Fannie and Freddie products.
Wow.
So it's like, let's go the painless way. But the way they qualify it is if the house will rent for $2,000, then the mortgage payment, PITI, HOA, which is principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and HOAs, has to be $2,000 or less.
Okay.
So ask me what happens if it's not.
What happens if it's not?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. So anyway, if it's not, so let's say that the PITI HOA is $2,200, and the rent schedule comes back that it would only rent for $2,000. Well, then they have to have, on top of the normal reserves, they have to have 6 months of that difference. So they have to have an extra $1,200 in their bank account.
If they don't have an extra $1,200 in their bank account, they've got no business investing.
True story.
Well, listen, I mean, that's fantastic. And I think we're going to have a sidebar conversation, DJ and I, and my wife Fran and I, about our own investment portfolio. So if any of this is raising some eyebrows for you, you can always reach DJ at Guild Mortgage. Her contact information will be below. And if you need some great agents like myself and my wife Fran to help you get into a home, it'll be the perfect team for you. In the meantime, take care, and we'll speak to you next time.
Thank you.